Well, this past year and a half has caused health to become top of mind for many. And this month is bringing awareness to a common health complication that many deal with. We caught up with a doctor with Wright State Physicians about preventative measures to stay healthy. Well, June is Hernia Awareness Month, so we're bringing in Dr. Chris Schneider to fill us in on some things to look out for and break down the basics for us. Dr. Schneider, how are you?
I'm well today. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, we're happy to have you here. Before we jump into hernia specifically, let's just talk about what kind of care do you provide and kind of what sets you apart?
Yeah, we're with Wright State Physicians, our office. We provide a very specialized kind of patient-centered care. Everybody's a different individual, and everybody's problems, although their diagnosis may be the same, they're very different life situations that lead them to our office. And so we try to coordinate care with family docs and patients and everybody else on the care team so that there's good outcomes for each individual.
Health really is top of mind, especially after the year and a half that we've all kind of been going through. But I want to specifically kind of shift our focus to hernias. Let's break it down a little bit. What are hernias?
Yeah, so a hernia is just a protrusion or a hole where between the body cavities, either the abdominal wall, the groin, it can be up into the chest through the diaphragm or what we call hiatal hernias. It's any time one of the organs goes through one of these openings where it shouldn't be. And so we find them on the abdominal wall near the belly button. We call them umbilical hernias, and down in the groin we call them inguinal hernias. A bulge is most often how they're felt, and it's something either fat or intestine actually protruding through that hole.
So people would maybe notice that there's some sort of bulge or discomfort to know that they have a hernia. If they do notice that they have that bulge, what should they do next?
I always contact the doctor first, or they can contact our office directly to be seen without a specific referral over. These the bulges are the majority of the time what they are. They're pain in a focal area. We like to have a conversation one-on-one to delineate what symptoms someone has and then what we can do to help them.
Now, we're almost out of time here, but I want to just ask this. Is there a way to prevent hernias?
You know, there are a lot of hernias are congenital. And so the majority of things, though, things like smoking cessation and minimizing other health risks like diabetes and obesity, those are the major things. The overall health and hernia kind of comes along with it. You're
involved in a really neat scholarship. Can you tell us a little bit about that briefly?
Absolutely. Yeah, I grew up in town. I went to high school locally, went to University of Dayton. One of my coaches and mentors throughout life was a man named Darrell Jones. Darrell was the coach at Carroll High School for 15 years before his death and coached me at Northmont High School. He was in Vandalia, Belmont. He was all over the place, and he's a wonderful man. Died suddenly, unexpectedly, and we're trying to put together a nice scholarship fund to support a Dayton student, a graduating Dayton student to go to college.
Awesome. Well, where can people learn more about this scholarship as well as find you?
To find me, we have the Wright State either Facebook page or our Wright State Physicians webpage. They can call my office, 937-245-7900, or they can go to the Dayton Foundation website. Darrell Jones Memorial Fund is what it's under.
Awesome. Dr. Schneider, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.